Welcome back. We're going to talk about, is it time for crypto and Bitcoin to explode? Sorry, you guys. I have had some serious technical difficulties with my studio. So I haven't used this computer since I've been back from New Orleans, and the main camera's not working, and we've been trying to fix it literally for like the last couple hours, or for the last hour. So I'm using the old terrible webcam, but let's just go ahead and get into it. Thank you guys so much for being here with me on a Sunday. I hope you're having a great time with you and your families. Let's go and talk a little bit about the markets. What is going on? So we know that we are starting to get a lot of trade resolutions with the U.S. and various countries. Mr. Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent says the U.S. is doing peace deals, trade deals, and tax deals. Let's go ahead and listen to this clip, and I'll explain to you why this is incredibly important. Then I'm going to show you something else as to why I think the market will continue to go up, but there still could be a pullback. So hold on. Let's go and listen to this clip from Mr. Scott, the Treasury Secretary.
Qatar doesn't, Saudi doesn't, UAE doesn't. They're all pushing money in. They've made 10-year investment plans. So this administration, we're doing peace deals, trade deals, and tax deals.
Okay, so really quickly, I kind of want to talk about this a little bit. So they're talking about doing peace deals and trade deals and all of these longer term deals. Why does this matter? This matters because I believe he's referring to the treasury bonds and their 10-year treasury bonds, and that kind of impacts the entire financial situation of the United States of America and globally to an extent. So is this good or bad? Well, short term, we could see some bearish tendencies. And most of you guys know I put out a video and I said, hey, this is going to be the easiest cycle to make money in your life, primarily because we have this administration that is very transparent and for the most part, that is announcing different types of trade deals that impact the world as a whole. Crypto is a global economy. So anytime there is a bullish trade deal that is announced, we see crypto go up. When it's bearish, number goes down. So the reason why I think it's very easy to participate in this particular cycle to an extent, because again, remember, each cycle is different, is we can use the announcements from the public servants to trade and invest and to just essentially, know when to buy the dip and know when to take profits, etc. Either way, in your trading and investing, you should have a long-term and a short-term plan. Shout out to the channel members, to John Legend, to Dale, to Mr. R, and to many other of you watching me on all the different platforms. So we know that this administration is allegedly making long-term trade deals, so we can expect a super cycle, in my opinion. I know a lot of people think that I'm crazy. A lot of people are like, no, blah, 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 blah. I personally think we're in a super cycle, primarily because it kind of kicked off with the meme coin season, which gave me vibes of DeFi, etc. But we saw Bitcoin break all-time high, hit 110,000, I believe the same day that Trump took office, and then we were kind of in a downtrend, and then we're pumping again. We're literally trading at like $105,000. So to me, somebody that used to trade all the time, somebody that spends a lot of time looking at charts, covering price action, etc., this is bullish stuff that we're seeing happen. And again, this is a Sunday, so we can speculate that not only number one, are we in a super cycle, but number two, things are going to continue to climb. Another thing I've said on the show is quarter 3, quarter 4, we're going to get a lot of these ETF approvals. And especially when we get one for XRP, it's going to be absolutely massive. Now, when we really kind of zoom out and look at my chart over here, we can see that we've been able to sustain really nicely above $102,000. And we're getting ready to break this resistance at about 105. Next area would probably be about 107 and then 110. We also have Bitcoin 2025 right around the corner. I will be attending Bitcoin 2025. If you would like to join me, that would be wonderful. I've got my ref links. If you use code WendyO, you save 10%. I'm going to go ahead and post that down in the chat. Also, shout out to Lawrence. Thank you so much for being a channel member. And thank you so much for the $5 super chat. Thank you. I appreciate you. So we've got that coming up, and it very well could, we very well could see Bitcoin pump and break all-time high, which would be awesome. I hope so. And I hope that we continue to rise upward. However, there are some concerns, and there are quite a few analysts that are talking about potential drop. I know that Raider, my guy, he reminded me that there is a gap on the Bitcoin chart. Where is it? Not the dominance. Is it this one? Where is it? I forgot where it is. It's been a minute. But there's a gap in the lower areas about at Oh, here we go. He was saying that there's a gap here at about $93,000 to about $91,000. So even if we drop that low, and again, these don't always get filled, but we do, because we do have some swing wick lows, but at the same time, and there's even another one over here a little bit, 97 to about 96,000. So even if we had a massive drop, I'm still pretty confident we'll see $150,000, $200,000 this particular cycle. And again, anything can happen. We can totally get a black swan. We can see things absolutely dumb. So taking a look at crypto bubbles on the weekly, we had a bit of a correction, which is okay. Bitcoin's kind of cooling down. And on the daily, we've got all green. However, the gains on the daily are anywhere between about 3 to some of the highs, 20%, like virtual. Bread is up 16%, etc. And I also wanted to show you guys this this little clip or this little post over here. Bitcoin surpasses $2.1 trillion market cap. The reason why that matters is it does impact Bitcoin dominance to an extent. But when we take a look at total, the entire cryptocurrency market cap. Where did that go? Here we go. So this is the total crypto cap. This is everything outside of Bitcoin. Altcoins are only at $1.2 trillion. And when we look at something like the stock market, that's absolutely massive. Could some of these altcoins, or could the entire crypto market cap, excluding Bitcoin, look something like this? Could it? It potentially could. I mean, not something like this, but something the way traditional stocks trade, et cetera. It could 100%. Now, at the same time, we've been able to sustain above $3.22 trillion. And it seems that the play is with Bitcoin. And a lot of people are just kind of focusing on Bitcoin this cycle. And I don't see anything wrong with that. And again, we had Bitcoin dominance drop down to about 62%. And now we're back at about 63%. I think that altcoins will continue to do well. I think the ones that will be the winners this cycle are going to be the ones that are getting ETFs, really. Now, I want to go ahead and do a quick breakdown for you all and just kind of go over the charts really quickly, because I got to go ahead and fix my my camera because it's not working well. Now, this is going to be the weekly. So we've had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 green candles. In order for us to maintain this candle here, we've got to close above $104,000, and it's looking pretty likely. So we open at 104. Down over here, we got a swing wick high to about 105. We're trading at about, 105 over here. We did get a swing wick low to $100,000. Again, we do have a couple gaps to fill. That doesn't always happen, but the weekly is looking pretty bullish with market CIPHER. It looks like we've got quite a bit of upside. Taking a look at the daily is also rocking upwards, so we'll see where we close. Personally, I just need us to close above the weekly opening at about 104,000. Taking a look at the 4-hour chart, we're getting a little bit of chop here. So again, even if we can just consolidate here between about 105 to 104, great, fine, fantastic. Ethereum actually popped up and we're starting to drop below support. We're able to sustain for a little bit, a chop above 2,500, got a swing wick high to 25, and now we're trading below support at 25.29. So hopefully we can close above 25, but we will see. We are looking a little bit overbought on the daily. The 4-hour over here is not looking too great. We're kind of just flat. Now, taking a look at Solana. Solana has been ping-ponging really nicely between 184 and 164 over here. I don't really have any complaints, and it looks like it's on a bullish trajectory upward. SUI is at $3.85. I just want to see us close above 378. XRP is back testing again on 233 support, which is the trend line, and hopefully we get a close above 240. And continue to consolidate between 277 and 241 before we finally rock off. And that would probably be when we get the ETF approval. Chainlink is back trading between 1741 and about 1480. Cardano has been back down below 77 cents, and we're trying to break above it, but we did find some nice support at 74 cents. So let's hope for that close above 76. Taking a look at HBAR, a little bit sluggish underneath 20 cents here. So hopefully we're able to get enough momentum. Daily's looking nice, like we'll get a little bit of momentum and pop up over here. So with that being said, when we're kind of taking a look at the market, we're seeing that a lot of people are pretty bullish on Bitcoin, because that's where a lot of the market cap is. That's where the dominance is, et cetera. Now, will altcoins make a comeback? 100%. I think they'll make a comeback. It's just going to take some time, especially when we have Scott Bessent talking about all these different trade deals that are happening, what we could potentially expect, and the long-term longevity, I guess, with all the deals that they're making. So again, this is just what the public servants are making. We don't know how it's going to end up playing out, but either way, it is something to look forward to. And anytime we get a bullish announcement, number goes up and we might want to take profit. Anytime we get a bearish announcement, number goes down. That's when we might want to consider buying. But overall, markets are looking good. Even if we drop down to $90,000 Bitcoin, I would still be incredibly bullish. But again, the altcoins you are going to want to pay attention to, in my opinion, DeFi are WAAI, and then DeFi is a new term that brings together decentralized finance and AI. Good morning, gorgeous Alexandra. Thank you for being here. So I want to focus on that, and obviously the stuff that's made in America, because to me it just seems like the easiest to know that we might get a potential bullish price action if the ETFs are in fact approved. I will tell you guys, I know this camera is a mess. My other one broke, but New Orleans was a great time. The worst part was my mom broke her foot right off the plane, but we still had a good trip. We still had a great time. So I love New Orleans. I would totally go back there. Food is amazing. The men are amazing. Southern hospitality is real. Everybody was really, really nice there. So shout out to the South, shout out to New Orleans. And it was really, really, really fun. We saw my mom wanted to go because she had lived there back in the 70s because her family used to move around a lot. So she still lived there back in the 70s, and she hasn't been able to go back. So she just wanted to go and kind of see her little stomping grounds where she kind of spent a couple of years growing up. Most of the time was spent in Brooklyn. So we went down. The spot she used to go down to, it's called the Warehouse. I forget which streets it's on, but the Warehouse is closed. It's a gig center. It was a big warehouse. They would have gigs there, like Almond Brothers and T-Rex and you name it. But they created this memorial park, so we went down there, and I've got pictures and all kinds of stuff. And she spent any night they had a gig, she would go down there. So it was really nice to see and take her down there and let her have a good time, enjoy her vacation, enjoy her life, and kind of reminisce about stuff. So food was amazing. I love the fried alligator bites. Crab cakes, astonishing, just everything. But anyways, you guys, I will be back streaming for you tomorrow at 10:30 a.m. PST. In addition to that, I'm going to try to drop a short for you today. Thank you so much to our channel partners, Hedera Foundation, Market Cipher, and of course, Brave. And hope to see you guys at Bitcoin 2025. Sending love and light. Bye-bye.